1. A Nation in Darkness reference. 1 Kings 18:16. -18 The land of Israel groaned under drought. For 3 years no rain had fallen because King Ahab and Queen Jezebel had led the people into worshipping Baal, the false god. The once fertile land was cracked and dry, livestock starved, and people despaired. When Elijah, the prophet of the Lord, finally appeared before Ahab, the king sneered. "Is that you, troubler of Israel?" But Elijah replied boldly, "I have not troubled Israel, but you and your father's house have, because you have forsaken the Lord's commands and followed Baal. Now summon all Israel to meet me on Mount Carmel, and bring 450 prophets of Baal, and the 400 prophets of Asherah, who eat at Jezebel's table." 2. The challenge on Mount Carmel. Reference. 1 Kings 18:19-21 On Mount Carmel, a great crowd gathered. Elijah stood before them and cried out, "How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, follow him." The people were silent. Then Elisha proposed the challenge. "Bring 2 bulls. Let the prophets of Baal choose one and prepare it, but not set fire to it. I will prepare the other. Then you call on the name of your God, and I will call on the name of the Lord. The God who answers by fire is God." The people agreed, shouting, "What you say is good." 3. The prophets of Baal. Cry out reference. 1 Kings 80:22. -29. From morning until noon, the prophets of Baal called out, "Baal, answer us." They danced and shouted around the altar they had made, but there was no voice, no answer. At noon, Elijah mocked them. "Shout louder. Surely he is a god. Perhaps he is deep in thought, or busy, or traveling. Maybe he is sleeping and must be awakened." So they shouted louder and slashed themselves with swords and spears until their blood flowed. They raved all afternoon, but there was still no response. No one answered. No one paid attention. 4. Elijah's prayer reference. 1 Kings 18:30-37. At last, Elisha called the people near. He repaired the altar of the Lord with 12 stones, one for each tribe of Israel. Then he dug a trench around it, arranged the wood, cut the bull into pieces, and laid it on the altar. To show God's power, Elijah ordered, "Fill 4 large jars with water and pour it on the offering and the wood." They did so. He said, "Do it again." They did it again. "Do it a 3rd time." The water ran down and filled the trench. Then Elisha prayed, "Lord, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known today that you are God in Israel and that I am your servant. Answer me, Lord, so these people will know that you, Lord, are God, and that you are turning their hearts back again." 5. Fire from heaven reference. 1 Kings 18:38-39. Immediately, the fire of the Lord fell. It consumed the burnt offering, the wood, the stones, the soil, and even licked up the water in the trench. When the people saw this, they fell prostrate and cried out, "The Lord, he is God. The Lord, he is God." 6. Victory over the false prophets reference. 1 Kings 18:40 Elijah commanded, "Seize the prophets of Baal. Let not one of them escape." The people captured them, and Elijah brought them down to the Kishon Valley, where they were put to death. 7. The rain returns reference. 1 Kings 18:41-45. Then Elijah said to Ahab, "Go, eat and drink, for there is a sound of heavy rain." Elijah climbed to the top of Carmel, bowed low to the ground, and prayed. 7 times he sent his servant too low toward the sea. The 7th time, the servant reported, "A cloud as small as a man's hand is rising from the sea." Soon, black clouds filled the sky. The wind rose, and a heavy rain poured down. After 3 years, God restored his blessing. Key lessons: God alone is worthy of worship, 1 Kings 18:21. False gods are powerless, 1 Kings 18:26-29. Prayer in faith moves God, Isahanduno Kings 18:36-37. God answers with power to turn hearts back to Him, 1 Kings 18:39.